And that's what I told him.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, hello, everyone. Wow. Thanks for coming. What's up? I don't know who's here or if anyone's here yet, but welcome to the second Space Bear stream of 2025. Today, we're going to continue doing what we did last week, which was to try and make Nate a better stand-up comedian.
Okay, so last time we did this, we did my tested and approved material. This week, we are doing my untested and not approved material.
Yes.
So I think what a good thing for us to do and to keep in mind is that if there's a lot, there's way more than last time, and it took us 3 hours. So I think for this one, we should just if it sucks, then just
yeah, if it's not immediately sparking something within our imagination, we'll just move
down
on.
the toilet. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, just a little bit, before we get into that, I do just want to say that I started, what is it called? Hydroxyzine last night. So I'm a little groggy. It's a sleep medication.
It's prescription.
And so that's fun. I'm sure everybody else is waking up because we're streaming a little earlier than normal. And it's Sunday morning. So I just want to play a little something, maybe get us in the mood and, get the juices flowing maybe. So here, let's play this. Oh wait, I don't think anyone can hear that.
It's just a beat.
We're off to a great start. Well, give me a quick second here.
Let me also fix the camera a little bit because you're half in there.
There, that should work. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall.
Turn that shit up,
Tennis ball,
man.
throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball,
pretty good.
throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
There's a twist. Is this real?
Oh, it was John LaJoie.
Nice.
Old school YouTube vibes. I mean, this did come out fucking 12 years ago or whatever.
Oh,
Anyway, that's where my head is at. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Do you want to say them?
yeah, I mean,
Because you don't have a
there's no
practiced.
delivery.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no-
actually, you know what? Even again, another preamble before we
Even
get
again.
into this. We have a couple updates from the last time.
Oh yeah, I'm
Nate
I'm
tried-
7 days older.
Nate tried a few of the jokes that we kind of
Oh, yeah.
punched up, and we've got some results. I think one of them you said at least
One.
did pretty good.
Yeah, the baby.
We did the joke. Let's just scroll up and find it.
It's the babies. That you just passed it.
Yeah, it was originally, I saw a baby in a bra store, but to the baby, it was more of a Tupperware store. And we determined maybe that wasn't clear enough. So we boiled it down to babies think that boobs is food. So do babies think that bras is Tupperwares? And you did that one exactly as written.
Yeah.
And you said it did great. You said it crushed it.
It crushed. It was the only one where I got laughs. And it was interesting. I mean, the other one's just I need more practice. Because what I was told, which this is the interesting part, is I was told that the other ones sounded like they weren't written by me. But for some reason, babies think boobs is food, it sounds just like me.
They said it wasn't you, though? Is it because of the way you said it, though?
Maybe there's like that like slight nuance of like, you know, it's like new, so you just like are kind of saying it instead of performing it, you know, like whether you've written it or not. Like I find this with every single new joke. Like I find that most new jokes don't land well, and I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand the concept of like, oh, they didn't laugh because they didn't think like it was your joke. I mean, yeah, I guess, but like if somebody says somebody else's joke, I still laugh, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's a
I don't really understand that criticism. Anyway, you said that one did good. You did try a couple other ones and they still needed some work. So maybe we'll return to those couple because I think some of them still had potential.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's start with the new ones that have not been tested. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Nate does stand-up comedy sometimes. He goes out to open mics and he does like shows.
It's a good time to bring up the fact that on the 28th I have a show, which means sorry, Grumpalations.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We can be a day late.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into the first one here. I guess we're just not having you read it because I highlighted it.
Okay.
Well, you want to read it now?
I take Prozac for my anxiety. One time I accidentally took twice as much as I was supposed to. And my doctor said I had nothing to worry about.
It's a good premise.
Skip.
No, I mean...
Oh, also, hi, chat. I'm just throw that out there.
I feel like it needs to be heightened. You know?
Like maybe like a third curve. My doctor said I had nothing to worry about.
Yes,
'cause I was going to die.
Yes, exactly.
Like just a left turn.
Yeah, because this would be a good example of something that like the way you read it now is where people are like, oh, that was the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then
Yeah.
you have the potential to add to it and kind of catch them by surprise.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, that's just immediately better. I'd say we count that one as a success
And
go to the next one.
oh shit. Okay. My phone just happened to turn off. Life hack. You can go to the carnival where there are rides that are set up in one day, or you could go almost anywhere else.
That one's pretty good as is. I don't know that we need to change much with that one.
You know what's really sad is that we have a more success rate with the ones that haven't been tested yet.
Well, we're 2 in, so let's not jump the gun.
I know. Have you ever noticed that cheese only smells good if there is cheese? If you smell cheese but you don't see cheese, that sucks.
That one's really good, man. Holy shit. I don't know if I have any notes for that one. So far you're right. We do have maybe a higher success ratio, but maybe that's just because these are more recent
it's
and you've
okay.
gotten better.
Yeah.
You ever
I
think of
mean,
it about it that way?
That's true. But this next one, we'll see. I started watching Sex and the City. The sex part is but the city part is amazing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's
like
there's something
C tier, maybe.
Yeah, it's just there's something missing. I mean, I don't know. It's a full idea.
Yeah.
But like maybe just the way it's worded could be punched up.
It doesn't give you the journey. I think like.
Yeah.
I think like you need to like really set up the misdirection part.
This is the second Sex and the City related reference you've made.
Yeah, because
in a joke.
Yeah, because I started watching Sex and the City. It's actually really good. Have you watched
How
it?
do you come around to making that decision in 2025?
I went to an open mic and somebody was like, you should watch Sex and the City. And I was like,
Okay, fair enough.
But like the two other comedians started riffing like words. They're like, it's really funny. Like in like subtle ways, like not like here's the joke. Like it's well written.
It's funny in like a this isn't a comedy way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how Sopranos is funny.
Yeah.
But it's not a comedy.
I mean, I think that it's supposed to be a comedy, but like the jokes,
The characters are just funny.
it's not written like a sitcom where
Right.
it's like, here's the joke. No,
it's
what
just-
did you come in that door?
I would say that most good writing always uses an element of humor.
yeah.
And so it's probably just well written.
So here's like what I'm talking about. Like they're talking about one of the ladies just had sex with somebody or saw somebody naked, saw
Okay.
his peen, and was like, they're like, describe
Get
it.
this man to the city.
Yeah, they're like, so like, what was his dick like?
What was his dick?
What was his dick like? And at that very moment, somebody was taking like a pepper grinder and like grinding like pepper on the eggs, and she just looks at the pepper grinder.
Okay.
She doesn't say like, she's not like, that. And it's just like, and they're like, ooh, like it's little like that subtlety.
Okay.
It's not like,
I don't think maybe the best example was chosen to illustrate
the,
the skill of the writing department, but I take your point. I'll take your word for it.
I mean,
I believe you. I just think maybe there was a better scene to use. With that being said,
hey guys, I found a Game Grumps song that might be a good one to remix. Or thanks. Which one? The George? Dude, oh, by the way, I'm learning to play one of the songs that we wrote. It's a weird thing to say. Turns out 38 Degrees is technically possible to play.
oh,
So we wrote it like a call and response, but it was all call with a bass and call and response with a bass. It was like you know. But turns out you can figure it out.
well, we wrote that on bass. On
We
real
did,
bass.
but like
Not as one
We did it
take.
call and response though, so we
Yeah,
did
we
it. We
punched
had to
in.
like do it in 2 tracks. We did like
Mhm.
you know, boo 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 boo. boo,
Fair enough.
boo, boo. And then like da 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 was like the second track.
Right,
But like you can do it
but it is playable.
apparently.
That one guy's going to be very pleased.
Yes. All right.
Well, hold on. The sex part, but the city part, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
is there
the
some
same.
like a different way you can kind of do it?
The
sex part?
but the city part.
Yeah. There's some. Yeah, I would play with that. I would play with that. Probably not worth doing anymore
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
stream.
No, that's true.
But like, I think that's the only way I can think to improve that one.
Okay, the next one is I suspect there's more than one carrot in carrot cake.
That's so fucking stupid.
You got to try those though. The next
Well,
one.
okay. Well, all right. Come on, man. We got to at least give ourselves 5 to 10 seconds to let it marinate.
And there is more than one gun in gun cake.
Yeah. See? You give it 5 seconds and it's crazy what you can come up with. All right, moving on.
In gas station simulator when Aaron is mopping. Oh yeah, I think I sent that to you.
Oh, yeah. We're already working on that.
But thank you. I watch.
Keep your eyes peeled and your ears turned on for that one.
Beep.
All right, next.
I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I won't, but I have one. That's it.
That's good.
I feel like that like it's all the pieces are there, like, and like somebody has already built that, but you know, it's
Yeah.
you know, like the whole thing, like I'm lying right now.
I think it's good as is. I think there is a reality where you make it a little longer, but that also runs the risk of overstaying its welcome.
Yeah. How would you
Like something about, I don't know, my immediate thought is like bring in some kind of like element of like the Catholic confessional booths or something.
Oh yeah, like tell me your sins today, child.
No.
Nope. Nope. You ain't not this time.
Yeah.
Not today. Or yeah, you ain't pranking me this time.
They was like, tell me your sins, child. And then I was like, no.
Pause for space. Yeah. I feel
There-
like
there's-
needs
you know
one
what I mean?
little
Like,
more
there's something-
Yeah, there
there's-
needs like one little like.
There's like a little extra, you know, because I'm always looking.
And then he said, "We're done here."
He said, that'll be free.
Yeah, it's like
That'll be one tithe.
you are cleansed or whatever.
Yeah, I don't-
What do they do? I don't know what they do in that box. I'm
Oh,
not
they
gonna
just
lie.
say like fucking do a Hail Mary and you doesn't matter, you can sin again.
Well, yeah, there we go.
not
Like,
joke, not even
so
really a
you're like,
joke.
tell me your sins. It's like, no. Well, then do the Father, Son, Holy Spirit thing and get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, do we write that in? Like, I was at the confessional booth and they were like, I was like, no.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
get the hell out of here. But you could
Should it be
say it.
fuck?
You could leave it. You could say fuck.
I just think that's. But all right, here's a great example of like, is it funny just because it's fuck and like he like you know
No, because I almost
a
told
priest
you.
wouldn't say that.
I almost told you not to say fuck when you did it.
Yeah.
Like, just get out of here. But I laughed anyway.
Right. Okay. But that's a good example of like sometimes the joke is the
Well,
swear.
it's not about the fuck. It's how informal it is, right? Because he wouldn't, a priest wouldn't be like, all right, we'll do the Father, Son, Holy Spirit thing. You know what I mean? He wouldn't say it that way. That's why it's funny. And the fuck, get the fuck out of here is just following that. Anyway,
Sorry, I was just reading chat and it was like, what if it was more interactive? And it's like, I won't tell you mine, but I could also know yours if you want.
that is
Like, what
pretty
you got
good.
going on? Like, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
There's something funny there.
Here's our first alt of the day.
I don't know. That's pretty good. Is that unicorn? Bazooka?
That's Sophie.
Oh. Thanks, Sophie.
I hope you don't mind us putting your name on blast. That's
he
my,
did it,
That's
not
my
me.
girlfriend.
That's pretty good. What else?
Well, hold on. We got to write
no,
it
I'm
in,
just
bud.
reading chat while you're typing.
All right, but don't say it out loud because it'll distract me.
I know. So, like, what you guys think about sports? I don't know. That's pretty good.
We'll have to play with the wording, but. Ba-da-bow. Bazooka.
You know, it's weird. Whenever I think of the word bazooka, I think of the gum. I never think of like the weapon. I think of the gum. Like Bazooka Joe. Like,
You don't think of the gun, you think of the gum?
yeah, I just realized that those sound very similar. So I was like,
You think of the pow pow,
I
not the choo choo.
no, I think of the choo choo and not the pow pow.
Oh, okay. Opposite for me.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
I mean, that's pretty on. Like, when I hear the word bazooka, I don't think of the very obscure gum from the 90s. I
Yeah.
had the comic books.
I'm
and
going to go with
everything.
normal guy on this one.
Okay. This one sucks. That's not part of it. It's all root beers are root beer floats when it's on a boat, and the boat is not sinking.
That's really bad, yeah.
Let's
That's
skip.
really bad.
All right.
Is this our first red? Of
All right, but there is good there is good that came out of it, which I've already written, was hey, all the bathrooms on the Titanic had a sink.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So
Is that
there's
the next one
no,
on here?
no,
or,
no,
oh.
no, just
Well, that's just
saying
a better version.
How like yeah. All right.
All the bathrooms in the Titanic had a sink when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Well,
it?
let's write it in. Get rid of the red.
Okay.
The only thing that's tripping me up about this is it's like, wouldn't they have had a sink anyway?
I was thinking that, and I was like, well,
So,
maybe it's
you
like
know what I
every
mean? It's like-
every all maybe
It's not perfect.
all bedrooms. All,
Yeah,
all, like,
everyone
some-
knows the bathrooms had a sink in them, but on the Titanic, the bedrooms had a sink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the bedrooms has a sink. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
like maybe something like the Titanic was so luxurious, even the bedrooms had a sink.
I feel. Yeah. I mean that I feel like adds more to like the puzzle that you have to unravel. You're like, wait, what? Like luxury and, but if you just say like, the bedrooms had a sink.
Yeah, I think you're
like-
right. This wording is better because it kind of like comes out of nowhere in the second half.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're talking about the Titanic until it's already the punchline, which I think is good in this case. When you think about it, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Now my brain wants to explore it more. Like the Titanic was such like a luxurious ship. Like you could pee anywhere because it was gonna all go to the same place. Like I don't know. It was all getting flushed. Next one.
It's all getting flushed.
I don't know.
Yeah, next one.
All right. Was I the only one who thought Bert and Ernie was a metaphor for what happens when a pineapple and an orange live together? There's something there, but I think right now it's just a little too strange.
The imagery makes me laugh.
Yeah, but
There's
that's
not
where it
like
goes.
there's not like a punch to it. Because when a pineapple and orange live, yeah, maybe you could take like just the analogy and apply it to something else. I don't know where, because that would require a lot of thought and time to come up with something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, what's a banana and a fucking lime
doing.
hanging out? You know, who would that be?
Yeah.
I don't know. But do you know? You
Oscar
see what I'm saying?
and Big
Like,
Bird.
yeah, exactly.
Wait, yeah, it's Oscar the Grouch.
Mm.
Because he's green. Big Bird is yellow. I don't know. I just had.
For what happens when a pineapple gets angry at an orange? Like maybe just modify the relationship a little bit.
I think it's just too weird. I'll see if anybody in chat wants to save it, but we're just next. All
right, do we color this one like orange? Like,
Yeah.
this could be saved, but
like orange, like Bert,
yeah,
or is it Ernie? Ernie, it's Ernie.
yep.
I know him.
He did a lot of research for this joke.
All right, this one. Okay, I will try not to preface any of them. Which
Okay.
is kind of prefacing this one, if you think about it. Marriage is the merit badge you get after getting a ring and then having sex. So, what I was trying to accomplish here.
So what? This is just like you're trying to say that like no one gives a fuck about the
Well,
actual act of being married.
I think it's just like kind of trying to relate to marriage, like being in the Boy Scouts, like when you're trying to get like your next merit badge, and you're like, all right, so like the only thing I got to do for the fucking
Gotcha.
archery merit badge is I got to get 20 points on the target, and I got to show that I know how to fucking take care of a bow. And
So
then-
maybe bring the concept of the Boy Scouts into the joke.
So it's like, to get the archery merit badge, you just have to get 20 points on the bullseye. And to get the marriage merit badge, you just gotta have sex with a ring on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily make it a lot better.
No. That's okay. Okay. You know.
Yep, all right, we'll skip it.
You know,
Let's give this one a little baby red mark.
I'm realizing we started off so strong, and I'm realizing
Divorce is the merit badge for overachieving. There's
Okay,
something
there's
to that.
something there.
That has some legs.
divorce.
Life is like the Boy Scouts. First you get the girlfriend merit badge, then you get the ring badge, then sex, and then marriage, all done. Yeah, you guys are on the right track.
Yeah.
Did you know that the final Boy Scouts badge is the marriage badge?
That's not bad. You have to
Actually, that's a lie. The final Boy Scouts is the divorce badge.
or a die. Die badge.
Death certificate badge.
Okay. There's something.
There is legs to the premise.
Okay.
Well, okay, fine. Do I change it orange?
Sure.
Trying to keep our good jokes in views for when people
The
join.
one oh yeah. Life is hard. I ordered a meal to go and an ice cream from Dairy Queen, and I have no idea whether to keep my car hot or cold.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't listening. My bad. That was my bad. Let me read it.
Wait, what?
Okay, that's good. That's pretty good.
That is not the one that I have. That's weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Sorry. Well, it all
we found
worked
the
out.
only joke that could have happened in a bad way, where I didn't hear you.
And then it wasn't the one anyway.
That's what I get for reading chat. So let's work on the. Well, you know what? You have an opportunity to deliver that one fresh for me all over again, because I still
were
don't
like,
know
"Oh,
what you
boy."
said. Volcano joke is great.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, it's performed very differently.
I feel way
apparently.
better. I feel way better after throwing up. Yeah. God, I feel like with a lot of these, it's hard leaving them so short. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
Because,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I mean that's what everybody tells me is that like, how do you write one-liners? Because like, I want to make my jokes so long, and I'm like, how do you write long jokes? 'Cause,
Well, here's
like,
the thing. If you think about your influence, Mitch Hedberg, I mean, not to say that's your only influence, but
Right.
like he's the clear guy people think of when you think of like a short joke, like a one-liner.
Yeah.
He tells a one-liner, but then he'll like comment on his own joke afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As
yeah.
like a separate character.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he would say something like, I don't know why volcanoes don't just get it over with. I feel way better after throwing up. Hey man, let it out.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
he would
yeah.
say something.
Yeah. You will feel better.
Yeah, don't hold it in. You will feel better
Yeah, you're right.
if you let it out.
Never thought about it that way. Good point.
You know what I mean? It's like he's not necessarily expanding on the joke, but he's playing with it for a little bit longer.
Oh, okay. I think that's the sauce.
And I think that's what is missing from some of these.
that's the sauce, because like a lot of times people are like you know, like the other day I had like too many beers, and I was like and you're like, all right, now you've traveled too far. Like you've had the peak, and then now you're like and then the further away you get from that, the bigger the pop has to be at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you just like one or
Right.
two
Hey, man.
quick short quips afterwards.
Yeah. Alternatively, we could throw Pepto-Bismol we could sacrifice every Pepto-Bismol. I don't know. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, my mind is wired to like go down that route, whereas I like, hey man, let it out.
Is it Bismol? Mall?
That looks right.
ML?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's something I like the way you did it, to be honest. Like, hey man, just
And
let
see,
it out.
yeah, and so the problem with that is I don't think that kind of thing works if you just are like, I don't know why volcanoes don't just get it over with. I feel way better after throwing up. Hey man, let it out.
let it out. Yeah,
Have a
no,
Pepto-Bismol on me.
All
I
right,
mean,
s-
it kind of still works, but do you know what I mean? Like,
you got to get rid of.
You
the
gotta find the right-
Pepto-Bismol,
the right
I think.
energy.
I think that's like the wrong angle, because it's like,
have a Tums.
well, no, just like overall, like you're throwing up, like you're not trying to take something to like get your belly to feel better.
Have some milk. What do you do immediately after throwing up?
Chill.
You can lie down after you let it out. You know what I mean? Like, you can lie down after.
That is interesting.
Hey, man, let it out. Let's go lay down.
I want to throw up now. Cool. What do you do? What does everybody else do? This is where I want to do some research.
I feel like the first thing you do is rinse your mouth out, and then you go lay down,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's
DQ.
basically what this is. Don't worry about it. It will come later.
What?
When you're older, just as fine.
Oh, okay. I don't know why volcanoes don't just get over with. I feel way better. I mean, like, emphasis is important here. You know,
Yeah,
I feel way better after throwing up. Hey,
Yeah,
man,
man.
let it out.
I like that. It's just very.
It's okay. We will not judge.
Or something along the lines of like, you can work on the next record. Like, that's a little weird though, but for me it's always like the worst part about throwing up, it's like it ruins the record of like how long you've gone without throwing up.
True.
That's like a very like
That might be
niche-
getting too back and forth
That's
with
very
the
niche, though.
metaphor, because we've already humanized the volcano, and then it's like we're going back to volcano as a volcano land and not volcano as a guy.
Yeah.
I think stick with volcano as a guy. I think we did it. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. This brand new joke.
That no one's heard yet.
This is funny to the chat. Life is hard. I ordered a meal to go and an ice cream from Dairy Queen, and I didn't know whether to keep my car hot or cold.
True.
That's just real.
That is real.
That's like
It's again one of
first
those things
world-
where it's like
first world problem.
we've got a decent premise here.
It's yeah. I mean, there's probably
It's got to be and ice cream for sure.
Well,
There we go. We've already made it 10% better.
I think there are way better ways to be like life is hard and then prove like how it's not. Like I think that's what is funny about this one, but or it's just like a untold truth, or like
Maybe like, I mean, this
it
this
needs-
doesn't change the joke at all, but instead of keep my car hot or cold, maybe say, I didn't know whether to blast the AC or the heat. Right? Because that's what you're referring to. Like you get a ice cream and you're like, okay, AC, get the AC on so it doesn't melt on the way home.
I like what is it, Jeff? I like Jeff Builds kind of triggered this kind of thought of like you go to Dairy Queen and you order a meal and ice cream and they're hot and cold and you don't know whether to make your car hot and cold. Dairy Queen, you need to either make your ice cream hot or your hamburgers cold. Like,
The joke is they sell frozen cheeseburgers.
yeah, I like that idea of like you need to
Wait,
make up your
is
mind.
he talking about the joke in Monkey Island? Curse of Monkey Island? They made a joke like this?
Is there? Oh. Well, next joke.
Heated seats and individual climate control.
What is Monkey Island? Is it a show?
Curse of Monkey Island is a game. A
Oh.
really old point-and-click game by LucasArts,
Oh,
I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
damn. They made Star Wars.
Oh, the volcano joke is what he was talking about.
What?
That's fine. For some reason, I don't care as much when it's the volcano one.
What, the volcanoes feel better if
The
they throw up?
volcano one is what was in the Curse of Monkey Island,
Oh, okay.
a similar one.
Curse of Monkey Island volcano joke. Got it.
I was really impressed when the DQ employee turned my car upside down and I didn't fall out. There's something there. You have to you have to do some weird kind of setup for that though.
I gotta look it up.
Dude, who cares? First of all, no one's going to know. Second of all, clearly you didn't. It's fine if you have a similar joke.
No, I know. I just want to know what the joke is. All right, that's for later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fucking.
Well, this was just
What
for
I mean
me.
when I say who cares is who cares right now.
Yeah, no, I was just so I didn't forget. Because this is just, I was just curious. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can't think of much for this one outside of blast the AC or the heat.
Or make your hamburgers cold and your ice cream hot. Or... all right.
I mean, you could just say that afterwards. DQ, you need to figure out how to either make your ice cream hot or your hamburgers cold. I mean,
Like something
it
along...
needs something else.
Well, it
still.
needs like I think it's crazy that Dairy Queen sells hot food and cold ice cream. They need to decide whether to make their
Yeah.
cheeseburgers cold or the ice cream hot.
It was like they sell hot food and cold ice cream to people who are in just a cold or hot car.
Yeah.
To people who cannot have the AC and the heat on at the same time.
Either your ice cream and melting or your hamburger.
This is getting a little close to what's the deal with Dairy Queen? They have hot food but cold ice cream.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Jerry Seinfeld is like,
He didn't do that?
he's like the if not one of the most successful comedians to ever do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally couldn't tell you a single joke from him.
Yeah.
I could not. I don't know.
That's fine.
And a lot of times he doesn't even do it. Like he doesn't do stand up anymore. It's crazy. He's the most successful stand up comedian who doesn't do stand up.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just my rant.
No, it's good. I think it's important to know the context of what we are and aren't aware of in the comedy world. I don't know. I'm with like that with everything. If something's popular, chances are I don't like it.
Well, yeah, but like even like you just said, the whole airplane food, that's not even one of his things. So like that's the thing.
No, I know.
Right.
But like you know what I mean when I do that.
Yeah, no, I do.
Like it's getting a little hammy. Let's just move on to the next joke. This is clearly not bearing fruit for us.
Fair. I have a fear of the unknown, or as others call it, fatherhood. Yeah.
Fear of the unknown? Is the unknown your child? I'm not sure I get it.
Yeah, it's more of like what is fatherhood? What is it like? Like, what is it gonna be like? Is the kid gonna be like? Is it gonna be an easy kid, or is it gonna be like a difficult monster? Like, what you gonna have to teach it? Like, is it gonna have anxiety like me? Is it gonna have depression? Like, what am I?
There's maybe a better version of this joke if you change this to something else, and then the punchline, or as others call it, children. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, this even might be. I have a fear of the unknown, or as others call it, children. You never know what they're gonna do.
You never know what they're gonna do.
Don't know what they're about to do.
You gotta give them crayons to be safe. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna say having children, but I think children's funnier.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what they're gonna do.
You never know if you're gonna get a crayon or a dark fact about their parents.
Well, I would say, like, all right, this is why I have to write down all of my jokes, because this could be taken a completely different way. I would have said something like, you never know what they're going to put in their mouth. And I mean that as like as innocent as possible, you know, like crayons, forks, or like licking. But somebody else will just be like,
no, you can't do that.
Can't. And that's why I write it all down and I never improv. But that's a good teaching. Oh, sick! Brandon's here. Disturbing the priest with Brandon batting.
What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, I think it's best to leave this one to jail. Life hack to parent. What is in your
I have
mouth?
a fear of the unknown.
As others call it breakfast.
Breakfast.
Or it's just something like, was it cooking? No. I do think children is pretty funny.
Let's just play with the...
God.
I have a fear of the unknown, or as others call it,
blank.
Life is hard. I ordered it.
We're making like a Cards Against Humanity.
Well, it's just like, if you said nothing there, it's kind of like a meta joke almost.
Yeah.
The unknown is, you don't know. The unknown is the end of the joke.
Or
you know what I mean?
Others call it. So the other day.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's pretty good.
That's a version.
That is 100% better.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I feel like
that one's going to have to be test driven. I'm not confident, but there's maybe potential there. Let's go to the next one. I almost highlighted it.
That's fine. I'll never forget where I was when I heard about 9/11. But then again, I'll never forget where I was when I heard that blue cheese and why blue cheese is blue. So I guess that all it proves is I have emotional range. It's like it's a decent premise, but
Yeah, the setup works.
I just think like comparing 9/11
Emotional
to
range.
I think comparing the joke is comparing 9/11 to like the tragedy of finding out why blue cheese is blue. I was in the kitchen in Jersey. I asked my mom like, why is blue cheese blue? And she's like, it's mold. I was like, no. I didn't eat blue cheese for 7 years.
Maybe write it that way then. But then again, I'll never forget where I was when I heard that blue cheese is blue because it is mold. And play with the... So, you know, as long as something is emotionally distressful enough, I'll remember it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you're comparing 9/11 to just finding out that it's
that's
that
what the bit
mold.
is. Yeah, that's what the bit is. Yeah, that articulates it a little better. I'll wait for you to be done. Just somebody wrote, I'll never forget what day it was when I heard about 9/11.
Also, don't forget what day it was when I heard about blue cheese. Just leaving it a mystery, like not if it's good or bad.
It was also 9/11.
That's not bad. I have a fear of the unknown, as well as my son growing up and being mad I named him the unknown.
That's pretty funny.
That's not bad. We could probably add that in.
I
as
feel
an
like
alt.
maybe you could say I hate the unknown as, or the fact that I named my kid the unknown,
Yeah.
or like something because fear. Like, why are you? I guess
You're
that-
afraid because you named him the unknown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I immediately was like, what's the fear?
You're afraid of what your son is going to do
Yeah.
when he finds out what you did.
True. Okay.
Make it the same day. I assume you meant.
Oh, like I never.
All right, let's do an alt here. Not even, yeah, changing it from where I was to I'll never forget the day I heard about 9/11. What if that was just it? I'll never
mean-
forget the day I heard about 9/11. I remember because it was 9/11.
I mean, that's funny to us.
You
But,
don't
like,
think that's good for the
well,
average person?
I mean, I feel like the average person is probably like. Let's see. Well, let's see.
Like it's too obvious?
Like, if you're turning 21, you go to a bar, you're 21. That means you weren't alive for 9/11, right?
if you were born,
If you're 21, then you missed 9/11.
right? Yeah.
So
I mean, dude,
you find out
people
about
born in 1996 didn't probably know.
right,
Or like, you know what I mean? 1998, like there were 3.
yeah. But it's like when
you don't have
I
to be
heard
born
about
after it.
9/11, you were in like 6th grade or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but this is 6 years after, and like, I'm overthinking it for sure. But like, I feel like a lot of people. How many people in chat were cognitive during 9/11?
All right, well, here, let's just lay all of your anxieties to rest
Okay.
by writing it like this. I'll never forget the day I heard about 9/11. I'll also never forget the day I heard about blue cheese. It was 9/11.
It was September 11th. That's funny too, because it doesn't necessarily say anything negative about blue cheese. In fact, you could think like that I really like blue cheese. Mm-hmm. Like, I heard about blue cheese. It's amazing.
Fuzzy Comic says, no, it's perfect. You're overthinking it. It's not about the audience member's experience. It's about them understanding your experience.
Good, true.
So you think we should just leave it as the original?
No, I think they were saying I'll never forget about when I heard about 9/11. I'll never forget the day I heard about 9/11.
It was 9/11.
It was 9/11.
I remember because it was 9/11.
I remember because it was conveniently 9/11.
I think maybe what you're worried about is that like this joke would hit harder if you looked younger.
Yeah, or just any sort of
'Cause, like,
alienation.
It's pretty obvious that you were alive
Yeah,
during 9/11. You know what I mean?
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Is that maybe where your anxiety is coming from? That like it doesn't work on that grounds of
no,
playing with
it's-
the ambiguity of like, oh, he's young enough that he probably heard about it when he was like, when he grew up, like, you know, 5 years later or something.
I think what I was more worried about is that like the audience like putting their own experience into the joke. Like they're like, when they think about like, I'll never forget about the day I heard about 9/11, immediately they're like, when did I hear about 9/11? And like, how does it relate to the joke?
Mm.
Like, and then you're like, oh, like I learned it in history class, like blah, 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 like, you know, or
That's
now
true.
you're like already too removed from the joke. Like
Yeah, it works better with an audience of younger people
it's
too.
similar to the joke of, imagine spending all your money on 2 tickets to Paradise to find out that they paid Paradise and put up a parking lot. It's like that joke, like it usually does well with older audiences, but it risks like, you know,
That's wild to me.
well, because it's just the funny, you know, you put the two things together and you're like, oh, that's clever or whatever. But like younger people who don't really know, because I mean, those songs were all over the radio. Nowadays, like you don't really subject yourself to like society standard of greats. It's like whatever you want to listen to. Like you can listen to anything.
We're very fragmented in our experiences.
Yeah, like for sure.
All right, well, what if we change heard
anything.
about to I'll never forget the day I found out about 9/11. I'll also never forget the day I found out about blue cheese.
Repetition.
For some reason, heard about is less funny than found out about.
Yeah, because it's discovery,
Mm-hmm.
and it just builds.
Okay, maybe instead of the ... I'll also never forget the day I found out about blue cheese. I remember because it was on 9/11.
That brings it home.
Cool. We did it. We'll give a little baby credit.
Oh yeah, do we need to give?
Baby credit to, what was it, Jeff? Jeff Builds. There you go, buddy.
Were there other credits, or I can't remember?
Not on this one. I mean, there were other people trying
Yeah, that's true.
to help with it, but that was the one that brought us down the path that we ended up on. All right, next joke.
I was on the road behind this truck driver who was driving all crazy, and on the back of his truck it said drivers needed, so I called the number because based on how he was driving, that's the job where I don't have to try at all.
It's not bad.
It's a little bit cumbersome.
Yeah, it's a little uneloquent.
It's a little long.
Ineloquent? Oh man, that's going to be embarrassing. If I was
Whatever
wrong with that
rhymes
word.
with elegant. This is based on a true story. I saw a truck driver that was swerving all over the place, and I was like, if that's the standard, give me that job.
Is there something with like, you know how they have those like, how am I driving? Call this number.
Yeah.
Is there something we can do with that?
this is how am I driving? He's fuck. They are driving the way I would drive. Can I have a job? I could do it way better.
They asked how they were driving, and I called a number and said,
I could do this.
they're driving like you should give me a job. I don't know.
They are driving like you are hiring.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's true. It says it without saying it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That streamlines it. The job or a job?
Instead of your, because that can be confusing, you are hiring. I think that's actually very important.
Do I get the job? Or like...
I think can I have a job is good.
Okay.
Because like he was driving like you are hiring. Can I have a job? Can I have a job?
Can I have a job?
Maybe instead of how am I driving, like how am I doing, it's more they don't understand how to drive.
Oh, okay. So I had a bit like this. It was also too clunky. It was like, I saw a sign on the back of a truck that said, "How am I driving?" And I called it immediately. I was like, first you got to take the steering wheel and you got to wiggle it to the shape of the road. And then the pedals below, one makes you stop and one makes you go. You got to figure out the right balance of that.
Mm.
But for somebody who don't know how to drive, you're doing okay. I have thought about that too. Like, just how am I driving? You're doing fine. Like you seem to have figured it out for somebody who doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah. I think this is decent. Jeff Build says one more, is booze provided or do I bring my own? It's like at the end.
Oh, nice.
He's driving like you are hiring. Can I have a job? And when do I get the free alcohol?
Is the Jägermeister inside the truck?
Yeah.
Or
is alcohol provided or do I bring my own?
I do. Interesting.
And it's one of those things where like you can leave it off.
Yeah.
If people laugh like at this part and then like you have the follow up and it doesn't get as many reactions, like it's really easy to just take that part off because the punchline is already there.
Yeah.
But if it gets extra laughs, then you just have like a little bit extra to the joke.
Another baby credit.
Instead of all crazy, I think there's a funnier way to say this.
Swerving all over the road?
I mean, like, should we get really inventive?
Shitty.
Like, what if you just did a straight up simile?
Like he was drunk?
No, man, like, be creative. He was driving like a squirrel on steroids. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
He was driving like a hobo who got into a garbage can of drugs.
like
you know,
like an Italian with al dente arms.
What? Wow. All right. I said be creative.
There's something funny about an Italian without dente I feel like that's the peak of the joke. And it's just like...
I mean, but you see how like saying something outrageous like that is a lot more evocative and you're already getting people like to kind of chuckle before you get to the punchline. I'm not completely sold that that's the ultimate version of the simile we could say here, but
I'm laughing.
It did make me laugh,
my
so I
chest
can't.
Feels exercised.
It mostly made me laugh from being like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's like still useful sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
It's. And you have enough between that and the punchline that like people aren't going to get too caught up in it before they are back on track. If you don't use that, I will. My GF works at an Italian market. Okay, well,
I mean, you can.
Chat approves, so.
All right,
I think we did it, man.
Let's go to the fucking. Where do you go to coin a phrase? I did it. You're gonna start hearing. That's crazier than an Italian without dente arms.
Sounded like a fucking Italian without dente arms.
Whoa.
You won't believe this. The fucking guy in front of me.
He's driving.
He's a fucking
like,
Italian without dente arms. All right, next.
Okay. The only thing worse than a loved one dying is a loved one dying and then their death becomes a TikTok animation telling people to not die like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
That's something.
I mean, the only thing, this is one of those jokes where I'm like, the joke is good. You know, can we have that one or two comments afterwards about it?
Like
you know, self-referencing.
Like a example or something?
Yeah,
or,
like follow up with an example or...
Like, I would have to put on that voice that's like, he was in the middle of the desert when...
Yeah. You could cook, you could cook one up on your phone and play it into the mic.
Yeah, or...
You know, something like... he put his arms in the spaghetti grinder.
Yeah.
And now he has al dente arms.
Call back. Yeah, there are examples out there. Like, he thought that the alligator's arms were only facing down.
He wanted to see if alligators were fluffy.
Or he thought their mouths stayed open forever. There are ones where it's like, wow, like they forgot to take their contact lenses out, or
just like a real Darwin Award
Yeah.
of a way to die, and then just have that come after.
That's true. Darwin Awards. Just like look up what the stupidest death is. He thought he could get more electricity out of the fork. Oh.
That might take a little bit more time than, you know, I don't want to stall out too hard on that.
Hey, before I forget, what is investigating time crimes?
I just wanted to write something that would made it look different enough from the last week.
Oh, okay.
Because I noticed if we have the same exact title every time, like, it tends to lead to people not tuning in.
True. Okay.
Or at least people being like, "Oh, is this the same one that I already saw?" You know what I mean? We've had that issue in the past.
Is this a rerun?
So.
A
Yeah,
live
exactly.
stream rerun?
Dude, you joke, but
Do people do that?
I think so.
They just like fucking, oh, that's true.
Or they think like, oh, they didn't see that it was live and they just think it's the VOD. Like YouTube's recommending the VOD afterwards
Oh, true.
of the stream they already saw.
Oh God, there's also those people that really don't put any effort, Sniper Wolf, into their content, and they just sort of like, what?
That's
And they
crazy.
and then they just put that video on loop, and then like they're just, I'm streaming me reacting to videos, and it's just like, what? Wow.
He's not gonna do that. You guys, that's crazy.
Except hers are even worse. Like hers are more. He's walking.
I know, she just describes what's happening in the video.
He's walking.
All right.
All right.
We don't need to spend any more time dunking on Sniper Wolf. I think that's been thoroughly done by enough other
I
people.
like to though. She sucks.
It is fun, but we have a job to do.
True. Okay. This next one. Follow me on Instagram, Nate Fillers Comedy. Tell your friends that you thought it was funny. And for all of those who didn't think it was funny, tell them that for 10 minutes I made you forget about 9/11. And then I brought it up at the end. But those 10 minutes were exactly what you needed. Again, working on the angle of trying to promote my Instagram.
Okay.
Of like, there's probably more clever ways to like be like, hey, follow me on Instagram. Like, but I don't know. This is what I came up with.
Made you forget about 9/11 is an interesting angle.
I mean, yeah, because
It's not exactly on the tip of anyone's mind, but I mean that's kind of what the joke is, I guess. But
yeah. I mean, if you want to make it more relevant, you could be like Israel and Palestine, or like Russia, or like, because that's always going to be relevant. It's whatever Russia's doing. It seems to be.
I made you forget about whatever Russia's doing. That's not bad. That's pretty funny just to say it like that. Kobe, stop snoring.
I would put the camera on him, but he's laying on his back with his peen.
He's serving cunt.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your new al dente phrase?
Those of you who didn't think I was funny, tell them that for 10 minutes I made you forget
About whatever Russia's doing.
about whatever Russia's doing. You can't say, okay, so you're mixing your voicing.
Yeah.
I made you forget about whatever Russia's doing, but then he brought it up.
Yeah.
But then I brought it up right at the end, and you kind of got sad again. But still those 10 minutes, yeah, that's good.
Or it could be the other way around. Like, tell him that he made you forget about whatever Russia's doing, and then he brought it up. Here's like, it's really hard to do like conversations during comedy because you're the same guy. Like, does it take you out, like when you hear comedy about like somebody talking about what somebody else said and like a conversation between two people, does it take you out of the bit a little bit? Like,
But this is just one person, so I don't know what you mean by that.
oh, I just overall, like when you have like a call and response, like how, because that's when I noticed about what was the one we did last week? There was like a conversation between two people. I think people didn't understand that I was playing both parts, but
This isn't that,
Yeah.
so
okay.
irrelevant. Kobe, hold on, y'all.
He's got to wake up. He's snoring. You can't hear him, but it's very distracting to us because it's like
Move around
he's clearly having some sort of dream, which is unpleasant. Unless it's a good dream. But I feel like you don't make sounds when you're having a good dream.
Anyone see my butt?
I wasn't
I
checking.
think my butt crack was out. All right.
Happens to about 90.
So, this is still not the best version of itself it could be.
Yeah.
Oh, follow me on Instagram, Nate Fillers. Tell him he gave you candy at the end. Tell him And then there was puppies, and it's the best time you guys ever had. Dude, thank you. Bye.
That's immediately funnier. Tell me it gave you candy.
Thanks, man. That was pure improv. I didn't know what I was going to say before I was already talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like you just make shit up that clearly didn't happen. Follow me on Instagram. Tell Nate Phillips Comedy. Tell your friends. Tell them I gave everybody got candy at the end. It was great.
Good. It was a real good time.
Everybody got candy, puppies.
I think candy is good. Or I think puppy is a little extra. Everybody got a puppy at the end. Or
tell your
everybody
friends,
got a new
tell your friends it
car.
was great. He gave everybody candy.
Yeah, free puppy. I think it's weird because the cadence of he gave everybody candy is funnier than like he gave everybody a puppy, but like the concept of giving everybody a puppy is funnier.
No, I think candy's funnier because it's like believable.
Yeah, that's why puppies is funnier. 'Cause it's not
No, but for some reason in this exact instance, it's like something that you would believe a comic actually did. So it's funny.
I could actually give people candy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could actually just do it and then like
I gave everybody candy.
you just no. You have to throw it at them while you're saying, "Follow me on Nate Phillips Comedy." Throw a bunch of Smarties into the crowd and then tell your friends it was great. He gave everybody candy.
That's that's pretty funny. What's the all right? Little brainstorming sesh here. What's the safest candy to throw? Like if somebody gets hit in the face by it, like are they gonna be
Twizzlers. That's not really candy. It's got to be small though. It has to be like small,
Yeah.
individually packaged.
like Starburst or something?
There
like
is
that?
no safe.
There is no safe. Gummy bears, but then they would have to be unwrapped, and that's kind of gross. Or they could be in the bag.
You could go the way like 200% extra mile and make fake Smarties
made out of like styrofoam.
that are just a rolled up little card that fills the
Oh my
package.
God.
And then if they open it and open up the card, it says your Instagram handle on it.
That's the move.
And then that way it's really lightweight. So if it hits somebody, it's not going to do anything.
It just like it doesn't go far enough.
Yeah, it's got that like. It has like a little bit of momentum at the beginning that just stops dead and falls.
Come get it.
Gummy bears. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to either throw an entire package of gummy bears or then you're just throwing
unpack 'em.
loose ass gummy bears, and that's a problem. Loose Mike and Ike's. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jelly beans.
I think my idea is actually diabolical and genius. And I can't believe we got here by me just improvising. He gave everybody candy.
Yeah. All right. Like,
Could you make fake Smartie?
Side note, if you ever go to a comedy show and somebody does this, then you better fucking follow them because they put in a lot of work. Can you imagine, like, I made all those things and I make stickers. I hand out stickers that has Nate Filler's comedy on it, and like every now and then I'll get somebody that's like, oh yeah, I'll follow him. But like that's the thing. Like Instagram is weird because what do you put on Instagram? Do you put your good jokes? Because then your good jokes are out there.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh shit! Can you grab me a tissue? It's near your. It's your. This is your room.
Damn, didn't expect to get called out like that.
Sorry,
My-
nose was just floor dripping, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I didn't know where they were because the box moves. I was looking on my desk. I was like, nope, not there. All right, let's go to the next. Let's go next.
Okay.
Jawbreaker, says Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just really fucking
Just go like the big ones.
just whip it at the crowd.
like the ones that are way too. I think cars should start flashing when the driver is angry.
Cars
like,
should start flashing.
like those old school video games when the boss is flashing red when you know that you're close to blowing up.
Well, the boss flashes because he's close to dying.
Yeah.
So you should flash.
Close to blowing up.
I think my car should flash when other cars are angry at me so that I know I'm close to dying.
I just like the idea of like I think cars should start flashing.
But when you say that, it sounds like flashing your high beams.
That's true. Well, that's why you go on like those old school video games when the boss is flashing. red.
Okay, but
So you
that's
have-
the thing is the boss doesn't flash because he's angry.
Well, he probably is because he's about to die.
Yeah, blinking red. Yeah, that's a better way to say it.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's true.
I think cars should start blinking red when the driver is angry.
But then you know, I think it's the idea is knowing who's angry,
I think cars should start vibrating.
possibly. Like this is based. So the origin of this joke is based on like the anxiety of not knowing where everybody is at.
Right.
Like driving wise, like sometimes if you just like you're trying to get into the lane but like some guys there, like sometimes that's the fucking last straw for that person, and then they go ape shit and they're like they follow you home and you're like fuck, like some way to indicate like all right, that's not the car to do that to. That's where the origin of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
bit
yeah.
came from.
I get where you're coming from. I'm just trying to think of what's the best way to, like, what's the funniest thing that could happen to a car visually?
It poops. Oh, something real.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It could be anything, but
Like a bus, like I think a bus should start flashing when they're gonna flush the poop or something.
yeah, well, I just feel like the video game thing at the end is maybe not necessary if we come up with the right thing.
Again, that line is added to hold the hands of people who haven't played video
Car
games.
paint with mood ring technology. Now we're talking.
Ooh, spicy.
I think they should make car paint out of whatever technology they use for mood rings.
Yeah, but then
Then
again,
I can know who's angry at
but then
me.
we would all have every car the same color.
Most cars would be red. All right, that's not bad.
That's something.
I'm just gonna
that's
delete.
a direction. I love that concept of whatever technology they use for mood ring.
Most cars would be red, but it's at least nice to know.
Alakazam.
True. Baby credit. $3.18. Never
Oh,
forget my
interesting.
favorite verse of the Bible. Alakazam 3:18.
Brandon says your car should start flashing red like a boss when you're low on health, like when you need an oil change. There's something there too.
Okay, maybe we can just add that on. Most cars will be red. It's just like that. But it's at least nice to know. But maybe it would at least be nice to know.
Yeah.
Maybe we could also make them flash if you need an oil change. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to connect it into the same joke without it being like.
It could be it's separate, like if we were doing like the flashing thing, because at that point it's two
It's
different-
it's kind of like a different concept. But the oil change is a nice like way to contextualize it instead of it being anger.
Yeah. It would be nice to know which cars have a gun. Like, I don't know.
But most cars would be red. But it would at least be nice to know which cars might kill me.
Or yeah.
It would at least be nice to know.
Or like the opposite. It would be nice to know like which cars I could like cut off. Or
I'm not typing out your full name, Brandon.
Disturbing the Breeze.
We know who you are. You know
Also-
who you are.
Also, go check out Disturbing the Priest while you're at it. Like, quit the stream right now and go go check out Disturbing the Priest. It's a metal podcast. It's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
And make sure you check out the first episode.
yeah.
That was the one I was on, right?
Was it? I don't
know.
We were on one of them.
Anyway,
We talk about metal.
next one. I think we did it. Next one. Also, how much time do we have?
About
It's
20 minutes.
Okay.
I gotta leave around 1.
Oh yeah, we do have quite a few more.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we have a lot. So, but it's good. Cold hot chocolate isn't the same as fuck. Let me try that again. Cold hot chocolate isn't the same as chocolate milk. That's insane. I think we could just gloss over that one. I
Well,
think there's,
hold on. Not so fast there.
Okay.
Cold hot chocolate isn't the same as hot chocolate milk. I think we added one word and baby, I think we're cooking.
with milk and chocolate.
Right? Because thinking about okay. What if we got rid of the cold at the beginning?
Hot chocolate isn't the same as hot chocolate. That's crazy.
Chocolate milk. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of this makes it dumber in a way, but it's kind of funnier too.
It's true though. Like
Cold hot chocolate is not the same as hot chocolate milk. Why not?
Put it up. No, all caps.
True.
Instantly funny.
Why not? It really just gets in and out. This is one that I really don't think needs to be explored any further. Fix it. Killed it, man.
All
Next
right,
one.
Next one. If Christians love Jesus so much, why did they pick bread as his flavor? Why not bubble gum? Gum is perfect. You should be able to chew God and not swallow.
Oh my God.
And if you do swallow, that's 7 years, one for each of the deadly sins. Follow-up question: How come they pick wine and not Capri Sun?
Well, all right. We've got
There's-
a lot.
there
We've
are
got a lot to
ingredients.
unpack here.
I just
Why did they pick bread as his flavor? It's quite good. Why not bubblegum?
I think that was like, what's the best flavor? Like, and then you think like collectively, people always would choose like when you're in the dentist chair, it's like what flavor you want? It's like just give me bubble gum. I'm like whatever. It's like But then I realized, dude,
So, okay.
bubblegum is perfect because if you swallow it, you get 7 years.
Yeah, I didn't
digest.
immediately think of that. The 7 year, like you're talking about the bad luck thing.
Yeah. Well,
Or no, it takes 7 years
7
to
years to
digest.
digest.
Yeah.
And if you swallow it,
The
that's
common
7 years
myth.
to digest one of each of those sins. Yeah, but it's a stretch.
This could be a way to transition to Bazooka bubblegum.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
And you get a comic book. Dude, here's the funny thing about me and Bazooka Joe. I once got issue number 1, and I got out one of those plastic like baseball protectors.
Mm-hmm.
I took like one of my Pokemon cards out and like put it away, and I put the number 1 comic in the protector because I was like, it's probably worth a lot.
Wow.
And I immediately lost it.
In your protector thing?
Yeah. Like,
You lost the whole thing?
the whole thing.
Oh.
Like it's just
Well, I
gone.
guess it wasn't protecting very well, was it?
No. It doesn't
Didn't protect you from losing
It doesn't protect against gone. Just a side story. You know, sometimes you get adventures. I think there's too many different directions in this. There's like the bread flavor.
Yeah,
and
this is too much here, I think. This one, I'm not sure if
There's a-
it's just me or if other people had that same experience where like I didn't immediately jump to the 7 years. Maybe just do that 7 years of bad luck, because if you say that, like now I'm on the same page, right? Because you just said that's 7 years.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And just assume that you would put it together.
Never assume that.
I like this. Like, I like, what if
My-
what if Jesus was like, I want my flavor to be flaming hot Cheetos? Or I like, I want to, if I were to do something, it would be Cool Ranch, but that's getting into your territory.
I think I just feel like gum is not the funniest thing to switch to, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this has like a little bit of potential to it, but
Honestly,
it's not enough on its own to really
Honestly,
justify
I'm
bubblegum.
okay with deleting everything after flavor.
Okay.
Like,
Why not?
why not?
What's the funniest thing that Jesus's flavor could be, chat? Dude, my dog is
pretzels.
the loudest snorer. Dude, you're not even
He's not even asleep. See, to me, like Cool Ranch, it's the funniest flavor because why do they call it Cool Ranch?
Stop. All right, what are things we know about Jesus? He turned water into wine.
He
He
could
could walk on water. He
It's
died on the
water flavor.
cross.
Without water, a lot of water things.
Vinegar.
Um,
Did he massage
Marsh-
someone's foot? That's not. That's not a flavor.
that's my favorite chapter of the Bible. Is when like Jesus was like,
Or he washed a prostitute's feet.
oh,
That's what it was.
oh, it was the thing. I was just like, he just opened.
thought I
up
was
a-
just
like,
inventing that
Yeah,
one?
just like he set up a shop. Like, I'll rub your feet, and then he's like, this ain't
Wow,
working.
do you know Jesus is a nice guy?
He's like,
I was wrong about this
In
guy.
fact, that's why he got put on the cross. They're like, we liked it better when you rubbed our feet. It was like when, you know, like when John quit the Beatles, and they're like, we liked it better when you were in the Beatles.
Man, Jesus's foot massage arc was peak. Peak Jesus. Red 40 food coloring.
True.
Or
Wow.
just like, what's the best flavor? Chocolate.
Cotton candy.
What would most people say is the best flavor? Chocolate?
Honestly, vanilla.
Yeah.
You Google it, I swear to God, it will be like vanilla. It will say vanilla is the most popular flavor. Doesn't matter if you're talking about ice
you're
cream or
right,
not.
but it's just like still not
It's
funny.
so boring.
Pizza is good. Pizza tickles me in the right way.
Yeah, it's
Ass is the best flavor. Thank you.
Lol.
Oath of Aquarius. Noted. We will jot down your preferences for later.
I think it tastes like shit.
Oh, man. And you're telling me we got to end the stream soon? Why did they pick bread as his flavor? Why not pizza? It's better than bread. It's even got bread in it.
It's like an upgraded bread.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to lose it a little bit.
Bread with the dip infused in it.
Deleting it is because it was funny, and then I wrote it, and
Why-
then I
why not
read
Dorito?
what I wrote, and I was like, what am I doing here?
Like maybe if it's like something like very specific, like not saying this, but like Doritos, like they got the nacho cheese, and then also they got the Cool Ranch ones, but then they got the
There is a variety.
Yeah.
What if we played with just the different kinds of bread? Like, because it's not a good bread, right?
No.
When you go, it's not even
It's
bread.
a cracker at best.
It's a fucking saltine. Why did they pick saltine as his flavor? And then like be like, why not focaccia, bro? That's like way better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Sourdough?
like a way more
Sourdough.
Sourdough's pretty good.
It's popular though. Like it's like
Maybe focaccia is a little too niche. People don't
Yeah.
even know what that is. But like, you know what I mean?
is it a saltine?
Why not?
I thought it
Why
was
not?
like a poker chip, but it's just like a wafer. Oh,
Ciabatta, dude. Wait.
the good
Wait.
church.
Let me cook. Eh?
Okay. I like the good churches use Nella wafers. Is that real? I've never been to
I've
church.
never seen that. I've been
I
to
want-
many. I've been to many church.
I
but
wanna be to
I
that.
believe it.
I want to go to that church.
If Christians love Jesus so much, why did they pick saltine as his flavor?
He died for our sin.
He died for our sins, and we couldn't let this man be ciabatta or sourdough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get two kinds of bread in there in case we still got some dum-dums in the audience who don't know what ciabatta is.
Ciabatta is very obscure.
I don't think ciabatta is obscure at all.
I don't think it's obscure enough.
I think ciabatta is exactly the middle ground of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bagel bites.
I think ciabatta's, I mean, that's like, there's ciabatta buns as like an option at most restaurants. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
like you could get your sandwich on ciabatta. That's like the, upscale. But like for normies who go to Applebee's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not so obscure. Like focaccia's a little more obscure. I mean, I'm sure any Italian could school me on some other types of bread that I don't even know about.
Wonder bread. It's
But
a
ciabatta is
wonder-
definitely like medium on the
It's a
totem pole.
wonder why.
I use ciabatta at fast food. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the first fancy bread people learn about. Exactly. See, that's why I think it's perfect for this joke.
All right, cool. This is why I like doing these streams. It's like, you know, it's really.
Getting a little bit of audience opinion before you try.
I'm
it
gonna
out.
sell. I'm gonna sell myself out right now. One person came up to me and asked me about a joke. I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something along the lines of like, I bet like OSHA has a very hard time on porn sets or something like that. Like, and I was like, so embarrassing. I was like, I think you should change that because I don't think enough people are gonna know what OSHA is. And he's like, what are you talking about, man? Everybody knows what that is. He does the joke and it fucking slam dunks out of the stadium. I was
Okay.
like, whoops.
All right. Well, thank you. I feel vindicated because I was gonna say, really, people don't know what fucking OSHA is.
No, that's why it's embarrassing to me, being like, I don't think anybody knows what that is.
What you have to
It's like,
realize
everyone
is that
knows
like
what it is.
OSHA is a thing that most people who are working class know because it's in most jobs that are working class to some degree. And your audience is going to typically be working class people, right?
Yeah. I do like bagel bites. That is funny.
Jesus,
but I feel like I
bagel bites.
have bagel bites in a joke.
Not even bagel bites, even.
Oh, 'cause- yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
you know what's funny?
Not even bagel bites, even.
You know what's funny is if you go on Instagram, Nate Filler's Comedy, the last thing that I posted was just like there's a lot of suffering in the world, but there are also bagel bites, and then it just cuts to the bagel bite commercial. It's like, pizza in the morning, pizza, what do you got? Pizza, bagel, you got pizza.
What did this come after?
This was right after my joke of like, there's a lot of suffering in the world,
Oh, wow.
but there are also bagel bites, and it starts to laugh, but then
That's
it just
amazing.
cuts into the commercial, like just like the really old commercial. So follow me.
That's good. That's
please.
good shit, man.
Please follow me at Nate Filler's Comedy to get the B material, because I can't post A material, because once you post the A material, you can't do it again.
I think you should.
But I was told by a comic that has been doing comics for 15 years, and she said like, oh yeah, like I don't understand these people that put their stuff online, because it's whoever does it on TV first. And I was like, that was an interesting statement. Like, doesn't matter who wrote it, it's whoever did it on TV first. Somebody stole another comedian's entire set and did it on TV.
Yeah.
Their whole set. And it was just like, well, they did it first on TV, so no one would believe the other person.
It was yours or another comedian's?
No, it was just another comedian's.
Oh.
Like, that's my fear of like whoever, like, you know, like
Kind of a double-edged sword, though, right? Because if he does well with it, then you're like, well, I guess my
Well,
jokes
yeah.
are at least pretty good.
But I have to start over.
Well,
Like,
but
it took
you know
me-
what I mean. You could do it once, you could do it again.
Took me 3 years.
And that,
but,
but
you
except
know,
this time, you got the confidence boost.
Yeah,
of
but-
knowing like it could.
fucking 3. Imagine spending 3 years
I'm good enough.
on a set, and then somebody just is like, I got a TV gig, snap, and like that 3 year. I mean,
Oh, it sucks for sure. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying there is a silver lining.
but like,
I'm Mr. Optimism.
true. I mean, a lot of times it's 10 years. Imagine spending 10 years of your life building a set.
Well, if you've been building a set for 10 years and you're not on TV, just kill yourself.
I
You know
mean,
what
well,
Like-
you'll, I mean,
kidding.
you'll probably end up there because you'll probably get so mad that you will kill them, and then you'll go to jail.
you'll be
so-
on the news.
Yeah.
So we could do the next joke.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This could be the last one.
Oh, baby credit.
Sure. I like that it's moved to like baby credit this time. Like,
Well, because we're not just,
yeah. Okay.
we're not just taking it wholesale. We're massaging it into place as our own thing.
Okay. Why is it called a standing ovation when O is the letter most likely not to stand?
That's dumb as hell, but that makes me laugh, but I can't imagine this making the average Joe laugh.
All right. So Aaron Hansen said something the other day that resonated with me very well. He was saying about like when somebody makes like a big, like a very like sophisticated joke or like a well put together joke or like a comedy or like a comedy series, a show, like anything with lots of comedy writing. He says, I don't laugh during that. It's like the weird shit that catches him off guard that like doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
He laughs at that because it's so fucking different. And I'm like, he just explained my flavor of comedy, like just there, where I'm like, one of the things that I love doing is just creating things that are just so fucking weird that you're like, I never would have heard that. And it's just so different as opposed to somebody like my father the other day, he beat me like at a video game. You're like, oh, okay. Like, that's the setup, but it's
Yeah.
like, but you're like, I wish I could live on the sun because at least it's warm. Like,
Yeah.
that's something different where you're like, oh,
Well-
because I mean, how many times have you gone to like a comedy show and they're like, let me tell you all about my relationship. Oh boy, it's a doozy.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I've heard about relationships. Or it's like, hey guys, let me tell you about how I have a penis.
No, I get it. I think it's just the difference between having like a curated audience and doing an open mic.
Yeah.
When you're doing an open mic, you have to kind of assume that everybody is like kind of just a normie, you know? When you have an online presence, you can kind of target it towards a certain demographic in a way that you can't when you're doing in-person
valid.
comedy,
Yeah, that's
unless you're already, you know, popular or famous or whatever, and you have a certain audience coming to your show,
Yeah.
right? And you know your audience has a certain sense of humor. Then you can do it again in public. But when you're, you know, just doing an open mic or like a local show, you can't because
That's true. That's big true.
it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So-
But I'm just explaining where this came from.
Right.
It's just like
You gotta-
why-
it's
how-
just-
the O. It doesn't stand. It should be called rolling elevation. Like,
Yeah, you
like,
just got to
it's
know your
stupid.
audience sometimes.
I just like the idea of like when O is the letter most likely not to stand.
Did not stand. Just maybe about like that motherfucker rolling.
he rolling.
He rolling, bro. He
rolling
not.
like a
He's
Limp
not
Bizkit song.
standing. He rolling. He rolling.
It should be called a rollvation.
Not. Him not gonna stand. Come on. All right, whatever. It's dumb. We made it dumber. Let's go to the next one. We've only got time for maybe like one or two more.
Yeah.
Yeah. right.
I don't have the answer to IBS, but I know it's not cheese.
Well,
It's been a good day today, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
like another thing, like I know it's not cheese, and also it's also not, you know,
Soup.
something else.
Soup. It's not milk. With the opposite.
It's also not doing stand up.
That's better.
Which is also good if it bombs in the first half, because now it's like the implication is it's
that
very
joke.
anxiety inducing to not have a joke go well.
Yeah. It's one step above, like,
Or
it's also not that joke. Like, but that's never funny. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta do
It's also not doing stand up. Or you could say it's also not bombing on stage. Which is a little harsh.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It kind of takes you a little bit too far, maybe.
a little bit. I think it's also
Okay.
not doing stand up is a good.
All right. Because it doesn't necessarily have to imply bombing. Just getting up and doing stand up is obviously an anxious thing to do.
Okay.
I think we did it. Well, hold on. I want to just go over to chat real quick. We got a couple.
Oh, that's true.
You guys got any more Game Grump mixes in the chamber? Yes, I am currently working on chapter 5 or whatever. Volume 5, so
The Boy Who Lived.
stay tuned.
The 5th chapter of Harry Potter that everybody knows is actually the first. That's the joke.
I guess that was it. I guess that was the only chat I had to read.
Was it having your expectations subverted the right way? Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you guys get so tiny?
Oh, you know.
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
You want to do the next one?
Yeah.
Last one? Is this our last one?
It might be, unless we skip it.
How many do we have left? Yeah, that's probably enough for next one. Next time.
It should be a law that you have to keep the back of your car shiny. I should be able to tell that I have one headlight out instead of finding out from a police officer.
The back of your car is shiny?
Yeah.
I need to read this one, bro. Whoops.
make it purple then.
Oh, I get it. So the car in front of you
Yeah.
lets you know if your headlight is out.
Yeah. Instead
Okay.
of like finding out from a cop. It's like, I feel like that's like
Maybe not a law. Maybe just like it gets a little too wordy when you say it should be a law. It should be like you should have to
keep your
car back of car should be shiny. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think the back of your car shiny.
I think the back.
I think the back of cars should be a mirror.
I should be able to tell that I have one headlight out. from you instead of finding out.
What if I should be able to tell that I have my headlights off? Because have you ever done that where
yeah.
it's like the street is lit too well and you don't realize you didn't turn your lights on?
Or something even like, I should be able to tell from the back of your car that I'm bleeding.
Bleeding?
or like I'm on fire, or like something like if it should be heightened or just leave it at headlights out.
Yeah, I can't think of a way to do that and have it be like a slam dunk.
Yeah, this one's tough.
I should be able to tell that my headlights are off instead of the police, instead of being a ticket.
Yeah, it's not enough of a consequence.
Yeah, it's just like too real.
I should be able to tell if my gun is visible. You know, like
I should be able to put on my clown makeup while driving to work.
that's something.
But don't you have a mirror in your car for that?
Yeah.
Not to like bring logic into the realm of comedy, but fuck. That's really good, but the back of cars should be a mirror.
I love the contrast of like my brain. Like when I rewatch these streams, you could tell. Like at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, good energy, and now I'm like, peanut.
Sounds like that you've still got it. I think.
My brain is just like firing blanks. It's like police.
Should be able to tell if I pooped myself in your shiny car.
True.
How would you see that?
The face, your face. When you poop yourself, it's a very distinct face. You're like, oh.
Could be a standing Y-vation. Y is standing with his arms up.
Shapes.
Silly.
It should be like something obscure. Like it should be I think the backup car should be a mirror so I could pick myself out of a police lineup.
Yeah, I'm not sure this one really has like the proper setup to go anywhere.
Yeah.
At least anywhere that isn't the exact joke that it already is.
Yeah. That's fine. We can get rid of it.
But this one is orange.
And this last one is spiders are good at eye contact.
I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that.
It's not even a joke. It's more just like a observation.
Spiders are good at eye contact.
Okay. Making them perfect to crime or something. Making them perfect to making them the perfect cheerleader at your sporting event instead of your parents who don't go to the game. Spiders are good at eye contact. When they watch your basketball game, they watch it 8 times instead of like your mom who misses it because a baby falls off of a stage when you make your first slam dunk.
Are you under the impression that spiders have 8 eyes?
No, they have like
because they have to have an equal amount of eye to leg ratio.
Yeah. They need 1 eye for each leg. Just like we have 2 legs, so we have 2 eyes. Don't talk about dogs. Dogs, they didn't discover that dogs were all legs until...
Or maybe we just don't know about their other 2 eyes.
I thought they had multiple eyes. I know it's not 8.
They do. Well, it's different for every spider, I think.
True.
You can't win a staring contest with a spider.
True.
This is all just like not enough.
Oh, hi, Lexi.
Welcome to the end of the stream.
I'm coming to get you. Couldn't have said that creepier. That's my wife. My wife. There's no way to say my wife without it feeling that way. I'm sorry. Borat has doomed us all.
Staring contest is a decent, like, reframing. No one will ever beat spiders at staring contests.
If a spider stares at the sun, it get blinded. 8 times.
This is at least marginally funnier.
Yeah. It's at least a joke, you mean. Whereas the other one was just like, spiders have eyes. Spiders have a lot of eyes, and they use those eyes
Nah.
to...
If you want to do it purely one-liner, I think this is the context. I think this is the wording. The other option is to try and make it longer, in which case, you know, we got to figure out a way to set up an expectation and then subvert it.
I hope a spider never needs glasses, because, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. No one will ever beat spiders at staring contests.
Yep.
I just saw the part of our stream where we fucking
Oh, redid it.
went whip,
Remade it.
whip. Are we that far behind? That can't be
I mean,
right.
no, that's just how it...
Oh, I didn't. I had it unpaused. Or I paused
Why
it.
do you pause it?
I don't know. It just happens sometimes.
Oh, because probably you hit space to, like,
Something.
because you're on the wrong screen. He's got 3 screens, everyone.
All right. Is the next one good, or should we end it there?
It's not worth it. Like, we got 1 minute, so we'll
Okay.
just say goodbyes.
Cool. Thanks everybody. I guess we'll do this again. We still have some more.
A lot. Yeah.
Probably enough for a next time on
I
Dragon
mean-
Ball Z. And
I have so many of these too. Like, if you want, we could do a whole entire stream dedicated to puns. Like, I have 86 puns.
yikes.
I could do, I have like maybe 20 offensive jokes that we could do. Like, we could pick our flavor. Like, we could pick a flavor. Like, we have, let's see.
Bye, Beth Nuts.
Bye.
Thanks for coming by.
Let's see. I have comedy categories. So I have jokes about anxiety, depression, mental health. I have thoughts. I have puns. I have the dumb jokes. I have the observation jokes. I have
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
there's other stuff we can do for streams too.
like
So we'll play with it.
ask me anything.
We could even just watch stupid videos.
We could watch
We could be
Austin
Sniper Wolf.
Powers like we were going to do. We had an idea for an April Fool's video where it was just the camera was just facing us and we were watching Austin Powers. That was it.
Wow.
That was
Isn't
it.
that a Game Grumps bit?
Is it?
Didn't they for April Fools do like, we finally did face cam and there was no video of the game they were playing?
Oh yeah. Well, that's different.
I might have accidentally stole that idea from them. This was an idea we
Does
had
it-
many years ago.
Or it was like, wasn't it? We finally play. No, it was the opposite. It was like we finally play Twilight Princess or whatever, and it was just them looking at the screen. Like, it had no game footage. It was just Aaron and Dan on a couch.
Yeah.
And they were just playing it, and you just hear like, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, but there's no like video game footage.
Right.
You're right. They already did it.
Hey guys, before you go, what should I have for lunch?
Oh, dude, if you live near a Wegmans, you should get a spicy Italian sandwich. It's so fucking good.
Wow, I didn't expect such a specific
Man,
recommendation.
it's so
but
good.
My man Nate's got your back today.
I had a dream about it. I had a dream that like after stream, I bought 2 of them, and I was just like, "Hey Dan, I got you a sandwich. Let's have a review of it. And you're like, oh, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It sounds good.
It's got a big slice of fresh mozzarella cheese.
Lexi said she was about to pick it up for you.
They're good.
All right.
Anyway, I love you all.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody. Go, I guess, follow Nate on Instagram. Nate Fillers Comedy.
True. I could use the help. Man, my friend just went viral.
Nate Fillers Comedy.
He did a funny joke about how his mom measures everything with SpongeBob episodes. He's like, we're gonna go to church. That's about 7 SpongeBob episodes or something like that, and 6 million views.
That's amazing. Stop bringing up new stuff. We have to go.
And then,
Okay, bye.
bye.